Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, guys. The NFL offseason is always a whirlwind, and this offseason is no different, especially when it comes to the NFC East. And if you're a Commanders fan, you know how important every move can be in reshaping the division. Just recently, insiders like Adam Schefter started whispering about a potential trade that could shake things up, a trade that involves Devonta Smith, the talented wide receiver from Philadelphia heading to Washington. Can you imagine? It's a move that could redefine the passing game for the Commanders, and honestly, it's got a lot of fans talking. Now, let's break down what this trade could mean, why it makes sense for both teams, and what kind of impact we could see on the upcoming season. First off, Devonta Smith, drafted out of Alabama in 2021, has proven to be one of the most dynamic receivers in the league. His route running, his ability to make contested catches, and his deep threat capability have made him a top target for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Just last season, Smith was a Pro Bowler, and his 2023-2024 performance earned him a top 20 PFF receiving grade, which is no small feat. In 2025, he's been dominating the stats sheet with 20 receptions for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's averaging 14 yards per reception, which puts him right among the league's elite in that category. His EPA per target, a crucial metric that measures expected points added, sits at plus 0.19, making him an elite receiver in terms of efficiency. And his advanced metrics, they're impressive, a PFF grade of 86. 2, ranking him among the top 10 receivers, with a YAC average of 5.8 yards per reception, also in the top 10. His contested catch percentage is around 50%, and he's converting nearly half of his deep targets with a 47% deep completion rate. Not only that, but Smith has 0 drops against man coverage, and he's effective against pressure, forcing 5 screens and creating yardage after the catch. This guy is a game changer, folks, and he's been trending way up this season. Take Week 3 against the Saints, for example, 6 catches, 95 yards, a touchdown, and a plus 0.20 EPA per play. Those are elite numbers, and they show how he can take over a game. Over his career, he's amassed over 500 yards and 30 touchdowns, with a route win rate of about 62%. Injuries have been a minor concern. A knee issue cost him 1 game, but his overall production and consistency are undeniable. And speaking of peak performance, A.J. Brown, who's been the Eagles' top receiver this year, has similar metrics, especially in YAC efficiency and overall impact on the QBR and PFF grades. But with Smith potentially moving, the Eagles might be sacrificing some of that explosive vertical threat, which could have ripple effects on their offense. Now, why would the Eagles consider trading Smith? Well, insiders suggest that Philly, confident in their playoff chances and holding plus 1,500 odds to win the NFC East, might be looking to bolster their secondary and create some roster flexibility. And that's where the trade comes into play. Moving Smith would free up some cap space, around $15 million, and allow the Eagles to address other needs, especially on defense. They're prioritizing their secondary, which has been a bit inconsistent, and this move could be part of a broader strategy to build a balanced team for a deep playoff run. But there's a risk involved. The offense might take a hit, with an estimated 10% decrease in EPA per pass, similar to what we saw with the Saints after Michael Thomas went down. The division is already volatile, with the Cowboys and Giants lurking, so losing a key piece like Smith could open some vulnerabilities in Philly's attack. But for the Washington Commanders, this potential trade is a huge opportunity. If Smith ends up in burgundy and gold, it would be a massive boost to the passing game. The projections are promising. Around 100 yards, 8 touchdowns, and a significant increase in passing yards per game, going from approximately 215 to 260. That's a plus 17% boost in EPA per pass with the addition of a talented quarterback like Sam Howell, especially with the presence of tight end Jahan Dotson, who's been developing nicely. Smith and Dotson could form a dynamic duo, stretching defenses vertically and creating mismatches all over the field. Their combined yards per route would increase, and Smith's YAC efficiency would elevate the offense to a new level, possibly pushing the Commanders into the top 10 in passing yards per game, from their current rank of 22nd. And it's not just about the raw numbers, it's about the strategic advantage. The Commanders have been trying to find that explosive element in their offense, especially after the struggles with injuries and inconsistent production from some of their other weapons. With Robinson, who's already shown promise with 250 yards early in the season, and Smith adding that vertical threat, the offense could become much more explosive, averaging around 13 explosive plays per game. That's a game changer. Plus, the offensive metrics, PFF grades, yards per play, and efficiency could all see a significant improvement, especially if the chemistry develops quickly between Howell and Smith. And let's not forget the impact on turnovers. The Commanders have been a bit sloppy at times, but with a more potent passing attack, turnovers could decrease by about 10%, reducing those costly mistakes that have haunted them in close games. Now, looking at the bigger picture, the Super Bowl odds are also reflecting this potential shift. From plus 6,000 last season, the Commanders' odds have dropped to plus 3,000, and they're now considered NFC contenders with plus 300 odds. That's a huge swing, and it indicates the league's recognition of the team's potential if they add that extra piece, a player like Smith. The YAC dome, the yards after catch, is a key strength for him and could be a massive advantage in playoff scenarios, especially in high-pressure moments like in the red zone. Against teams like the Cowboys, Smith's ability to make contested catches and create yards after the catch could be the difference in tight games, boosting the Commanders' chances dramatically. So, wrapping everything up, this trade isn't just a move for the present, it's a statement about the Commanders' ambitions. They see themselves as serious contenders, and acquiring a player like Smith would send a message to the division and the league that they're ready to compete at the highest level. The Eagles, meanwhile, are recalibrating, adjusting their roster for the long haul. It's a bold, strategic move that could have ripple effects across the NFC East for years to come. Whether it happens or not, it's clear that the landscape of this division is shifting, and the Commanders are positioning themselves to be right in the middle of it, ready to strike if the opportunity presents itself. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you believe Smith would be the perfect piece to elevate this team into serious NFC contenders? Or do you think Philly should hold on to him and build around their star receiver? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the future of the Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. We're in an exciting era and every move counts. Thanks for being with us, and as always, go Commanders.